What's up, TBS crew? It's your boy Steph, back with another reaction. Now, again, thank you guys so much for helping me get to this milestone of 1,000 subscribers. You guys are the best. And I already gave y'all a little special something, but I'm going to give y'all something else. Now, this is a video that I've been putting off for a while. I don't know if it's because it's so long, it's 30 minutes, or what, but it's always piqued my interest. Like, I just love the title. And how long it is, I know this story is going to be on point. This is by Mr. Creeps, called I Woke Up in My School After Hours and Discovered That My Teachers Were Cannibals. Creepypasta. I'm probably going to have to shorten that title when I upload my reaction to it, but you guys know what's up. And it was uploaded February 13th, 2019. Now, because it is a longer creepypasta, y'all gonna be here with me much longer. I hope you enjoy it. I know I'm gonna enjoy this story. From the title, it just sets the tone for everything. So, down in the description will be a link to Mr. Creeps' channel, a link to this original video so y'all can see it for yourselves without my commentary. Also will be links to all of my social medias. Get at your boy and see the personal life that I don't upload to YouTube. Without further ado, let's get into it. And thank y'all again for the 1K subscribers. We're gonna get to 2K this year too.
I don't mean to be stereotypical, but I'm what most people would refer to as a stoner. Now, don't take that as me admitting to doing math and all that other crazy shit. But if I was high and somebody had offered me some, I would probably go for it.
Bullshit.
Luckily, that's never happened. I'm only a junior in high school, so I don't mind my entire life going down the shitter right before my eyes.
Oh, wow.
So I usually just stick to the safe stuff, like weed. I think anybody who has ever smoked weed can agree that getting high is the best feeling in the world.
Already going bad.
That's why I keep doing it.
Bullshit.
Whatever, I'm getting off track. But trust me, it does come into play later.
I bet.
This story started on Friday of last week. It is Sunday when I'm writing this, and I'm still not sure if everything I saw was a dream or not. The day started off as pretty normal. I got out of bed and got dressed in my usual attire. A t-shirt, basketball shorts, and a backwards baseball cap.
It be like that.
And I headed downstairs to get some breakfast. My dad was packing up things in his briefcase as I was walking into the kitchen. Hey, Dylan. Your mom and I are going to be out a little late tonight. Anniversary, remember? Anyways, just make sure you get home on time so you can watch your sister while we're gone. You got it? He said quickly as he began to walk towards the door. I had completely forgotten about their anniversary.
Oh, wow.
And I hated whenever I had to watch my sister alone. Don't get me wrong, I love my sister just as much as anybody should. But I was horrible at taking care of her alone, especially after a long day of school. I hid my annoyance though, and I responded quickly. Yeah, sure, have fun I guess, I said. Dad smiled and he walked out of the door. Don't forget, he yelled as the door closed behind me. My mom was already on her way to school with my sister, so I was the only person left in the house. I checked the clock and I saw that it was already 7:50. I grabbed a donut from the package on the counter and I headed out the door, taking my backpack on the way out. I climbed into my car and I headed out onto the road. I got there just in time for classes to start at 8:20. I parked my car in the large lot and I jogged into the building. There were still quite a few students roaming around, so I assumed I still had some time before I had to head to class. I walked past the front desk and up the stairs in the direction of my locker. Before I could take a step, I felt a cold, hard hand on my shoulder. I turned around quickly and I saw my friend Max smiling at me. His shaggy blonde hair partially covered his eyes, and I never understood how he could see. He was wearing a Hawaiian shirt with a blue t-shirt underneath and some khaki shorts. His style is interesting, to say the least. What's up, man? He said quietly, slurring his words a little. Oh, hey, Max. I responded as I walked towards the stairs to the second floor. Dude, you're not going to believe what I got last night. Max said excitedly as he ran up the stairs as fast as he could. I tried my best to keep up with him. What is it? I responded, intrigued. He only smiled wider. Oh, I don't think you're ready, dude. We began walking down the hallway that my locker was in, zigzagging through students the whole time. Cut the bullshit, Max. What is it? I said, smiling. Okay, but don't tell anybody about it. He stopped walking for a second. I looked around and he unzipped his backpack. I looked inside and I saw 3 glass bongs sitting comfortably inside the backpack. He zipped his backpack up and he kept walking. I ran up to catch him. Holy shit, dude. Why the hell did you bring those to school? I said quietly. I was excited to try them, but I also didn't want my best friend to get caught and get suspended. I wanted to try them out as soon as possible.
So you're gonna take the fall for it?
Meet me at my locker before lunch if you're not a baby.
Dumb fuck.
We're gonna have a real party.
Oh, peer pressure.
See you around, Dill. He said as he sprinted away happily.
This video has everything.
Probably looking for more people to invite to the party. No running in the halls, mister. Mr. Horn, the vice principal, yelled. Eat a dick, Horn. Max screamed back as Mr. Horn didn't care enough to chase after him.
Wow.
I laughed hysterically as he ran away, and Mr. Horn didn't seem to like it.
They must be white.
He walked up to me angrily and he said, wipe that smirk off your face, mister. Get to class. He walked away quickly, heading to God knows where. I stopped laughing and I sighed, happy that I hadn't gotten a detention. Despite being a pretty big stoner and being friends with a lot of idiots, I generally got pretty good grades and I didn't get in trouble too often. So close calls like this always made me nervous. We had happened to stop right in front of my locker, so I grabbed the books I needed and I headed to my first class, World History. When I sat down in my seat, I noticed that my teacher, Mrs. Watson, seemed surprisingly happy. She was a usually pretty boring teacher, so seeing her smiling like this was kind of strange. I just passed it off as nothing, though, and soon got lost in conversation with my classmates. After a few minutes, the PA system turned on, and we listened in for our morning announcements. Our principal, Mrs. Lundell, always seemed very happy and bubbly on the announcements. No one else in my class seemed to notice, so I just ignored it. Good morning, students. Parkview South High School. I hope you're having a great Friday. Today is January 25th, 2019. As you all probably know, today is National Consumption Day. Mrs. Lundell seemed extra excited when saying this, and Mrs. Watson smiled wider at the announcement. Most of the people in my class were confused, and I didn't know what that meant. But everybody just assumed it was one of those dumb holidays that no one celebrates.
Well, consumption means...
Except for 40-year-old moms on Facebook. Like National Chocolate Day and National Cute Dogs Day.
What?
Stupid stuff like that. And the announcements continued. In celebration of this holiday, our lunch ladies will be serving specially made hamburgers in the cafeteria today.
Oh my god.
Everybody in the class seemed excited, but I didn't care since I had other plans for lunch. As I was looking around at people smiling, I swear I saw Mrs. Watson drooling for a second, but it seemed to go away as soon as I blinked.
Foaming at the mouth.
I thought I was just imagining things and I ignored it. The announcements continued as normal and we then started class.
Special hamburger.
Nothing was really out of the ordinary in this class other than the fact that Mrs. Watson was so excited the whole time.
Secret formula.
Other than that, though, the class was the typical bore fest it usually was.
Oh,
The
man.
rest of the classes were similar, and I had trouble staying awake in most of them.
Y'all gonna get fucked up.
The only interesting thing about them was the fact that every teacher was acting like how Mrs. Watson had acted. Excited and happy beyond belief. It was really weird for me, and it started to kind of creep me out.
They're about to feast.
I could tell I wasn't the only one who had noticed it, but most of my classmates had just tried to ignore it at this point. So I followed their lead.
Nah, don't ignore it.
My last class before lunch was gym. We were playing basketball like we usually did, and I didn't feel like playing today. Me and a few of my friends decided to hide under the bleachers after class had started. While we were under there, I asked my buddy Andrew if Max had approached him with the party offer, and he told me that Max had asked over 30 people about it. I had hoped that that wasn't true because at least one of those people would snitch if anything bad were to happen. I told him that he better keep it a secret, and Andrew assured me that he wouldn't snitch. I looked him straight in the eyes and passed the glasses, and I could tell that he was telling the truth. A few minutes later, the lunch bell rang and a few friends and I headed over to Max's locker. When we arrived, Max was waiting eagerly for us. "Right this way, gentlemen," Max said, doing his best at a British accent as he led us all the way into the bathroom. "Shut up, Max," my friend Jake said as we walked in. There were 6 of us in there, including myself. The others were Max, Andrew, Jake, and 2 of our other friends, Will and Quentin. We all found a place to either sit or stand, and we waited for Max to walk back in. "Are you guys ready for the greatest experience of your life?" Max said, smiling sinisterly. "Yeah, I'm ready, man." Quentin yelled excitedly. Quentin was a sophomore and he had never tried anything like this before, because we had never let him in. I guess Max thought he was ready now, and Q seemed pretty stoked. "Calm yourself, Q. It's just weed," Will said, laughing. Max slowly pulled out the bongs and started setting them up. "Have any of you, other than Max, ever even smoked a bong before?" I asked, looking around the room. The boys all stared at me blankly, until finally Andrew spoke and said that he had once. "Okay, well, for the rest of you, and get ready for the greatest moment of your life."
You gassing it too
I
much.
said happily while closing my eyes.
Doing too much.
Q's eyes got real wide and everybody else just laughed. And eventually, after a little while, Max pulled out the bongs again. "Who wants to go first?" he asked. Q, Andrew, and I all got up and got ready to take the hit. Max handed us lighters and we put our mouths up to the top of the bong. I took a deep breath and I lit the lighter. Let me just tell you, this hit was unlike anything I had ever felt before. I don't know what Max had done with that weed, but I was immediately higher than I had ever been in my entire life. I sucked up as much smoke as possible, inhaled, and then I blew it back out. I looked over at Q and Andrew, but they both seemed just as surprised as me. Andrew began coughing and Q just stood there wide-eyed. I blew the smoke out from my lungs and I coughed a little bit. "Whoo!" I screamed after I finished coughing. "That was freaking awesome, Max. Like really good shit," I said, slurring my words. After all 3 of us had hit, the rest of the group began to try theirs and they reacted the same. After a few minutes, the bathroom was filled with smoke and we all were stoned out of our minds. "So, how does it feel?" Max asked happily. "Damn, man, this shit's insane," Will responded. "It feels like I'm in heaven," Q said quietly. We all laughed and I got up to take another hit. "Oh, Dill's going in for another one," Andrew screamed while laughing. I lit the lighter and I took the biggest hit I had ever taken in my entire life. I immediately began coughing and I felt sick. "I gotta go to the bathroom real quick," I said quickly as I ran into one of the stalls and I locked the door. I puked into the toilet and I pulled myself onto the seat and I sat down.
Damn.
I could hear everybody else outside laughing at me. Suddenly I got super tired and I forgot about everything else going on around me. And before I knew it, I was knocked out cold. I woke up, my body sprawled out in the dirty bathroom stall. I felt disgusted and my entire body was covered in sweat.
Shit finna get real.
My body smelled worse than the bathroom itself, and my vision was very blurry.
He just woke up in the school?
I sat upright and I rubbed my eyes to try to see my surroundings better.
It's about to get real.
The lights of the bathroom were off, and it was almost pitch black in there. I shoved the stall door open, and I stumbled out. My backpack barely hanging onto my back. My body was sore from the strange position that I had been sleeping in, and my legs felt as if they were broken. I stood for a few seconds, slowly remembering what had happened. It took a little while, but I began to piece together the events leading up to this with Max and the bongs and everything else that had happened in the day.
Finna get real.
I looked around at the room, admiring the mess we had caused during our stoner party.
It be like that.
I felt like shit, and I wondered why my friends had just left me in there. Maybe they forgot or they didn't want to disturb me. It didn't matter now. What mattered now was getting out of here and getting home. I pulled my phone out of my pocket and I checked the time. 2:13 a.m.
Damn.
I had slept through the entire day. I quickly began limping my way through the room and I stumbled out into the hall. It was too dark and it was completely abandoned. There was trash and paper all over the place, but I just ignored it. I walked through the hall staying quiet, just in case there was a janitor or a security guard. I hadn't seen anything, so I began to feel safer. As I made my way through the empty maze-like halls, I began to hear music coming from somewhere in the building. I continued making my way to the entrance and the music continued getting louder. It seemed to be some kind of 20s ballroom type music or something. I'm not a music junkie, so I could be wrong about this. I had finally made it to the lobby when I was about to walk out, but I saw lights coming from the gymnasium near the cafeteria. I decided that I might as well check it out since I was really curious what was going on. This was a huge mistake.
Yeah, it was.
I slowly walked down the hall towards the cafeteria, and I stayed close to the wall so no one in there could see me.
Shit. Finna get
I looked
real.
inside and I saw no one in there, so I stepped in.
Be careful.
When I walked in through the cafeteria towards the gym, I saw that there were massive tables set up with very fancy plates and silverware on them. Maybe there was a dinner that I didn't know about. But then again, it's 2 in the morning, so that possibility was out of the question. I inched my way closer to the gym when the music became completely clear, and the lights were very visible to me. I ran to the entrance and quickly, without thinking, I climbed under the bleachers to watch what was happening. I looked around and saw about 100 people dressed very nicely, dancing around the gymnasium. It seemed to be some kind of ball. The place was decorated completely differently to how it looked earlier that day, and I was amazed that they would be able to change it so much, so quickly. There were banners and streamers lining the walls and ceilings, and there were multiple chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, illuminating the dancers on the ground below. The building didn't even look like a gym anymore. I watched in disbelief as the men and women danced their hearts out to the formal music, until eventually a tall man wearing a red suit stepped onto the stage and began speaking into the microphone.
Oh shit, a red suit?
Attention, attention everyone.
And it's not Santa Claus.
He said nicely. I squinted my eyes to try to get a better look and I gasped when my eyes finally focused. It was Mr. Horn, our vice principal. What the hell was he doing up there? I tried my best to stay quiet and watch. I hope you all have been enjoying our beautiful Consumption Day ball, he said, smiling.
Now we feast.
Consumption Day. And that's what they had mentioned on the announcements earlier. I was very confused now, and I won't lie, a little scared.
Means devour.
The entire room began clapping. Once again, I would like to thank the beautiful Mrs. Lundell for so graciously decorating our banquet today. And I would also like to thank the wonderful families who sponsor our monthly Consumption Day events. They should all be standing here in the front row. Let's give them a big round of applause. The room erupted in cheers and applause once again. I was surprised when he said that these happen monthly. How has nobody noticed these when they happen so often? Now, we have been enjoying the accommodations here for quite some time now, but I think it is finally time for the main event, he said excitedly. Everyone in the audience was smiling and I heard some laughter. I'm sure you're all eager to see who our subjects are for tonight's banquet. So, here they are. Mr. Wilson, bring them out. Mr. Horn yelled excitedly as the crowd exploded with more cheers and screams. Mr. Wilson was my gym teacher and I used to really like him. But my opinion has greatly changed now.
I bet.
He slowly walked onto the stage carrying a long chain. Following him were 3 students who had their hands and feet shackled and were stumbling onto the stage.
Oh.
The crowd got louder with cheers and applause. The kids on stage looked terrified and I tried my best to get a better look at them. I could tell that there were 2 girls and 1 guy, but I couldn't get a good look at their faces. I was shocked when I focused because I recognized all 3 of them as some of my classmates.
They're about to be dinner.
I had recognized the first girl from my history class, and the other 2 just had faces that I was sure that I had seen before. I had seen that girl in class just that day. They were dressed in casual clothing, but it was very dirty and torn, presumably from all the struggling and fighting they did with the teachers.
Yeah.
I could see that the girls were crying and the guy was trying the best to hide his fear. These 3 fine students have been hand-selected by our fine staff, and to be sacrificed for our own pleasure. For you new members of the audience, remember the rules we taught you at the beginning. To keep your youth, you must eat the meat of somebody who is 17 or younger. That's when the truth really hit me.
Wow.
This wasn't just a party for some made-up holiday.
Nah.
They were killing these kids and eating them so they could look young forever.
Yeah.
This was a sacrifice.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
who was ready for the slaughter? Mr. Wilson asked loudly. The crowd screamed louder than ever before, and it seemed more like a rock concert now than a formal banquet. Mr. Wilson suddenly pulled out a large knife and lunged it deep into the first girl's abdomen.
Ooh.
I gasped and I shot my hand over my mouth. I had never seen anything like that before, and the sight of blood pouring out of her stomach made me want to faint again. The girl screamed with all of her might, and that sound is still planted permanently in my mind. I was frozen with fear during this, and I watched as the other 2 kids were chloroformed and passed out on stage.
Well.
I guess they wanted to save the butchering of the other kids for later.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson continued stabbing at the girl until finally all that was left was a pile of blood and guts. I was horrified, and I didn't come back to my senses until Mr. Horn walked back up to the microphone. Now that our first meal is ready to be cooked, I would like to ask everybody to please move into the cafeteria. We will return here after a while to continue our slaughtering.
Oh, wow.
Slowly, the people began to make their way out of the gym.
He's just so open
I
about
watched as Mr. Wilson removed the shackles from the 3 students and placed the blood and guts into a large tub and carried it into the cafeteria.
it. Don't get caught, bruh.
The
Don't
people
get
leaving
caught.
were all smiling wide and were obviously very excited for what was to come.
Don't get caught.
I guess I hadn't noticed how young all my teachers looked for their age. And now that I was looking at all these other adults, they all looked young too.
It's a conspiracy.
After everybody had left, all that was left were the 2 kids on stage and me under the bleachers. I waited a few minutes just to make sure that the coast was clear, and to completely come to my senses before crawling out.
Don't get caught. Please don't.
Finally, I stepped out from under and I looked in the doorway of the cafeteria.
Please don't get caught.
Everybody was seated at the tables, and I guess they have some masterful chefs there because already there were some men in tuxedos bringing out beautiful steaks for the guests. I watched as they gnawed into them like wild animals, and I saw the blood oozing out of their mouths. Some of them were even using their hands and ripping the steak apart piece by piece. I knew I had to get out of there fast before they came back into the gym. I looked around and I spotted an emergency exit, but sadly it was locked.
This is fucked up.
There were no exits in the gym that were open, so I would have to face the crowd for real.
Yeah.
Before I stepped out, I remember the kids on the stage. I couldn't just leave them there.
Why not?
I ran over to the stage and I started shaking the kids.
It's too late for
trying
them.
to wake them up.
It's too late.
Guys, wake up. I said quietly.
You need to get out of there.
They were still fast asleep though. Eventually I started slapping them and finally they both started to come to.
Fast asleep.
The guy sat up first. What happened? He asked. Where did everybody go? The girl asked immediately after. Who the hell are you? And the boy said suddenly, backing away quickly. Hey, calm down. I'm here to help you. I'm not with them. I'm a student here. I recognize you guys. I think I've seen you around before. My name's Dylan. They looked at me confused. Thank God. We thought we were dead meat, man. Legit.
You will be.
I'm Sam. He said relieved.
Cut the introductions.
The girl spoke next. Yeah, I'm Bridget. This is insane. Did they really just kill Katie? She asked, tearing up a bit. The other girl? Yeah, definitely. I was hiding under those bleachers when it happened.
She's done.
They stabbed her and then they knocked you guys out. Sorry about it. I whispered sympathetically. It's okay. But how are we supposed to get out of here? There's people all over the place.
True.
Bridget said loudly. Sam put a finger over his lips to tell her to be quiet. Sorry, she whispered. I say we all hide under the bleachers until the people come back in. When they do and notice that you guys are gone, we make a run for it.
They'll search.
I said, staring intently at them. Great idea if you want to get us killed.
Yeah.
They can catch us easily.
Right.
We have a better bet just sneaking out, Sam said. Bridget nodded. I agree. We can use the pillows on the side and the trash cans to hide from them until we get to the hallway, she exclaimed. All right, let's do it then, I said nervously. We quietly walked towards the doorway. I watched as the guests continued to bury their faces in the steak. They all seemed distracted, so we saw this as a good opportunity to run. I pointed to one of the pillars and we all ran. We were quiet and all three of us hid behind the pillar watching the people devour their meals. Sam quickly ran ahead and hid behind a trash can. I motioned for him to stop at first, but then I realized that he had made it. Bridget and I continued the simple path by running from pillar to pillar. We were almost to the hallway when suddenly, the unthinkable happened. Bridget had tripped on her shoelace and crashed into the ground.
At this point, bruh, y'all need to go ahead and leave Bridget behind. It's always the white girl who's running from danger who ends up tripping over some fucking unknown and sometimes unseen object. What the fuck? Bruh, if you and Sam don't leave Bridget behind, y'all both bullshit. Y'all gonna have to leave Bridget. Fuck that. She's done. She should be dinner.
Every guest in the room turned to look and immediately knew what was going on.
See?
They all smiled, looking at us like we were fresh meat.
You are.
We looked like deer in headlights. Suddenly they all got up and they started yelling. Get the subjects. We can use that other boy too. How did they get out? All of these sentences were mixed together in a flurry of screams. As soon as Bridget fell, I had screamed, "Run!" before helping her up and catching up with Sam. We sprinted as fast as we could towards the exit with a large crowd chasing behind us. We made it to the front entrance and we shoved open the front doors. We slammed the doors closed behind us and I grabbed a pipe on the ground and I lodged it in between the door handles, locking it. The crowd was stopped but began banging on the doors to open them. Sam stopped and began to sigh and I looked at him confused. What are you doing? Keep running. I screamed at him as the three of us sprinted away from the doors. My car is parked over here. Just follow me. I yelled loudly. We sprinted through the parking lot as fast as we possibly could, and I jumped in the driver's seat of my car. Sam hopped in next to me and Bridget jumped in the back. Go, go, go! Bridget screamed. I started the car and I swerved out of my parking space. I looked over at the school and I saw that the doors had been busted open. The crowd began running towards our car, but I was able to speed my way out of the lot before the crowd could catch us.
Hell yeah.
I drove as fast as I possibly could out of that lot, and I watched as the crowd slowed down and eventually stopped running. We're safe now, guys. We made it, I said with a smile on my face. The whole experience was so surreal for me, and I still don't know if I managed to imagine the whole thing. We headed to the police station immediately after this had happened. They took our claims seriously, but when they arrived at the school a few hours later, they found nothing out of the ordinary.
I bet.
I still don't know how the teachers were able to clean up so much in such a quick amount of time. The cops said that they could start an investigation, but I don't think it would turn up anything. I got Sam and Bridget's contact info, and we've been talking a lot this weekend about what happened and trying to figure out how to fix it.
Aren't there cameras in the school?
We still don't really know. They both told me that they had convinced their parents to send them to different schools.
Hell yeah.
Because they are in serious danger at Parkview. But I don't think I could ever convince my parents of that. Speaking of parents, when I got home, they were both super pissed at me for ditching on my sister. But I just made the excuse that I got sick and I crashed at my friend's house. Considering how sweaty and dirty I was, they believed me and only grounded me for a week. I didn't want to tell them what had happened because I know they would just say that I'm crazy.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure none of the teachers there saw my face because I haven't heard anything about the situation yet. It's Sunday night right now and I still don't know if I should go to school tomorrow.
Hell no.
I don't want to go in case they know I was there on Friday. But if I don't go, then that'll make me seem more suspicious for the teachers. I'm really in a dilemma here, and I'm not sure what I should do now.
Drop out.
I'm posting this story here in hopes that maybe I'm not the only one who had experienced something like this.
Oh, you are.
And maybe there's somebody out there who can help me.
Nope.
All I know is that I'm never smoking at school ever again.
Oh, wow. That's all you've learned? After almost being caught and devoured by your teachers and the principals, you've learned not to smoke in school, and that's the only lesson you could take away from this? Bruh, you bullshitting. You were playing around with your life so much. It's ridiculous. Ow. Nah. When you said Bridget fell, she would've got left. Off top. Ain't no, discussing that one. Bridget would have got left. Especially if I don't fucking know you like that. You guys definitely deserved a story this good. Again, thank you guys so much for getting me to 1K subscribers. To a lot of YouTubers, it's not much, but for me, I've been doing this YouTube thing for about a year now. Yeah, about a year now. Maybe a little bit more, a year and like a couple of months. And within that time, I've put out well over 100 videos. And yeah, bro, we just getting it slowly but surely. And now I'm at, 1K subscribers. Now I know there are a few features that'll be offered to my channel since I've reached that milestone. However, I will be more interactive with you guys since I believe, I'll be able to do creator posts, asking you guys questions, having you guys vote on the content that you want to see more of. So whatever it is that you guys will want me to do, I got you. The plans are, of course I'm going to keep doing the horror stuff, but I'm going to try to broaden my horizons, doing some funny stuff, some try not to laughs and things of that nature. And I'm going to be doing a lot more personal videos, personal vlogs, my Let's Get Real series / opinion voicing, all that, I don't know yet if I'm gonna consider like getting clothing and all that, you know, for you guys to order and wear and rock. So that's gonna take some time and some thinking, because I was never thinking about getting that involved into YouTube. But, you know, as long as my people are, you know, still like enjoying my content, watching my content, you know, I want to do what makes y'all happy, what keeps y'all entertained, what's going to keep y'all rocking with the channel. So, basically, I'm here for you guys. I want you guys to be entertained. I want you guys to enjoy the content that I drop. And anytime you have some type of comments, opinions, or suggestions, please never hesitate to alert me to those, because I'm definitely always open to new suggestions and new creators to react to, and, you know, things of that nature. Always open. You can private message me, comment on a video or something, hit me up on one of my social medias and let me know there. Just, you know, whatever y'all want, let me know and I got y'all, because y'all helped get me here. That boy Steph's channel is at 1,000 subscribers. So I want to get 2,000 before the year is over. But, you know, it seems like I get, you know, 10 to like 15 new subscribers each day. So there's a good chance I could possibly get more, you know, I can reach 2K before the end of the year, or maybe like Christmas time or something like that. So actually, I'm going to look up right now, when does fall drop in this year. What day does fall start in 2019?
Autumn in Northern Hemisphere will begin on Monday, September 23, 2019, and ends on Saturday, December 21st, Central Time.
Yep, so if I can get 2,000 subscribers before September 23rd, which is the first day of fall in 2019 in the US, then, hey, that's even better. But I'm not going to push my luck. Right now, spring just started about a week or two ago, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself. If I can get 2,000 subscribers before 2019 ends, that'll be great. But if I can have 2K before September 23rd, 2019 get here, oh, bro, that would be lit. Like, like that would mean that I'm really doing something right, because that's only a couple of months. If I could get 2K by then, man, that'll be amazing. But if not, I'm not going to trip about it. I'll get what I can get, and I'm still appreciate y'all, because y'all helped get me here. So again, shouts out to y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all enjoyed the content, and I hope that you guys will love all the content that I'm going to be bringing after this, because I'm going to be doing not a drastic change, but it'll be a significant change in the content that I upload. So I'm planning to do like more personal videos, you know, maybe something else other than that. You know, it kind of depends on if the planets align, you know, perfectly. I guess that's the I guess that's the best way that I could put it. But for real, guys, always be open to letting me know what you guys want to see. Always let me know what y'all want to see. Tell me if you're enjoying the content, if there's something I could do differently. If you love what I'm doing, let me know, because I always look at the comments of each video that I drop. You know, so I'm very in tune to what you guys think, to what you guys want. I'm always paying attention, so never be afraid or never hesitate to get at me and let me know how things are going for you and what you guys think of, you know, the work that I put out and the content that I drop. Always, man, if you don't like something, if you do love something, you know, because I do this for you guys. I do this because I like to entertain people, and I obviously want you guys to be entertained. If you're not entertained, or if you want me to do something different, always leave your comments and opinions down somewhere where I will see it. Like I said, a private message, hit me up on a social media, or drop it in the comments below the videos that I be dropping. Let me know, and I will get you guys just what you want. Otherwise, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing with the horror reactions, with the occasional, you know, personal vlog, if that's what they're called, personal video, you know, original content, you know, and things like that. Listening to some and reacting to some music from time to time for y'all. Hey, man, this is all for you guys. I'm here to entertain y'all with my day-to-day life, which I might be opening up to a lot more. Like my time in the gym, what I do when I go to the gym and things like that. But we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. Nothing set in concrete yet, but I am going to do some, you know, some different stuff, you know, open up a little bit, I guess you could say. But like I said, guys, what did you guys think of the video? What did you think of my reaction? Please let me know down in the comments section. Hit your boy up in some way, shape, or form. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys again for getting me to 1K. That is it for this video, y'all. If you like my reaction, like the video, comment on the video, and share the video. And if you really liked it, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. And tap that bell icon so you will get notified every time your boy Steph drop new content, which I do 7 times a week. That is all I got for y'all this time around. Your boy Steph is out.